This is your Monex Metals Market Update with Mike Maroney.
Good afternoon. My name is Mike Maroney, and today is Monday, July 3rd. We're a day away from the 4th of July holiday, the Independence Day as far as the United States is concerned. And I find it very interesting that we've had a lot of volatility today in the precious metals markets when most people would have thought that it would have been a very thinly traded day. If you look at silver, we've come all the way down to 1609 after trading upwards of 1670 on Friday. So we've had a nice little pullback. In the gold market, we dropped all the way down to 1217 after trading up at 1246 last week. So what is causing this sell-off and what sits out on the horizon as far as the precious metals markets are concerned? First of all, what we're looking at is a little bit of fear starting to build up in investors' minds that the central banks around the world are actually going to start tightening and selling assets off their balance sheets. You know what? It took them years here in the United States to raise interest rates 3 times. And believe me, we're going to hear a lot of talk about higher interest rates and assets being sold off the balance sheet. But the bottom line right now is the U.S. economy is anemic. The stock market is trading at all-time highs. The Fed's goal is to maintain those stock prices, and they're not going to be able to do that by, one, increasing interest rates at a pace where it would actually make sense that they sold assets off their balance sheet. So what we're looking at is a very common theme where the central banks will do something that we call jawboning. And what they'll do is they'll talk a good story, but typically they don't do what is necessary as far as talk the talk, then walk the walk. They do a lot of talking, but typically they don't do much walking. But with this situation, what happens, you actually get great buying opportunities in precious metals when things like this are going on. And if you look back to December of last year, silver was trading at approximately 1587. Then we rallied up big, and gold was trading right around 1189 to 1200, and then we also rallied up big. So this may be one of those opportunities where if you've been waiting patiently for an entry point into precious metals, in the next 2 or 3 days, I expect to see a low from which the market could easily spike. Now, here we have Independence Day just a day away. And unfortunately, what we're hearing a lot about here in the United States are the issues that each state is facing as far as their budget is concerned. In the state of New Jersey, all the state parks are closed. In Connecticut, they were able to open up the state parks, but in places like Illinois, Maine, New Hampshire, they've actually had to close the lottery because they can't pay out to the winners. That's pretty scary. And when you think about the pension situation and everything else that's going on, what we're looking at is we're looking at a problem that's coming at us very quickly, but we're looking at it in the rearview mirror. So we just don't realize how fast it's going to actually hit us. But when this happens, what we will see in the United States is a dramatic shift as far as the federal government potentially having to stave off a major crisis throughout the states because of the unfunded liabilities that have been built up. And in this type of situation, the place that you want to have protection for your portfolio is in precious metals. Now, obviously, you're not going to put all your money in any one basket. But right now, somewhere between 5 to 10% of your portfolio should be in gold and silver. And if you have an opportunity to buy it at a very low price, where potentially you could buy some for a long-term hold and then also buy some for a short-term trade, that's the best time to get involved. And in order for you to learn about that, what you should do is give us a call here at Monex. We have 50 account reps that are specifically trained to do everything they can to educate you on how precious metals can fit into your portfolio. Give us a call today and have a great 4th of July. Thank you.